Hello and welcome to my workshop. My name is Chris Pine. Summers Woodworking is putting on a creative birdhouse contest, and this is going to be my entry for that. I have some old barnwood. It's cedar. I got this from a guy free a few years ago, and I've been making projects out of it ever since. So let's see what we can come up with today. Creative birdhouse contest. When doing something extra special on a birdhouse, it is helpful to draw out a full-size template, of which I have done here. This will be the main compartment of the birdhouse in the middle here. Two different holes for birds, and then this side area is mostly decorative, and it'll have a bottom panel here to hold the whole birdhouse on top of that. So this is what it's going to look like. I really love this rough cut cedar. You can still see where it was milled even, and it was used for an old barn siding. And you can see even some of the sap is still coming out of the wood. Well, it's perfect for this kind of a project because it's already been out in the weather for years, and it's actually held up rather well if you look at the new cut on the end. What's amazing to me about cedar that's this old, I don't know how old this is, but I'm guessing probably at least 50 to 100 years old. What's amazing to me about that is it still smells like cedar when you cut it. Even after all that time out in the weather, it still smells great. Next step is to draw out the pattern onto the wood, and I've got the basic shape here, and we're going to cut that out at the bandsaw just because that's the easiest way to do it. What I also like about birdhouses, accuracy is not king. This is a birdhouse, for peace sake. It's not a piano. So what we're going to do is cut this out, roughly sand the edges, and we're going to assemble this thing. So let's get after it. Okay, time for some assembly. Like I may have said in the past, this is a birdhouse. These are not perfect cuts. This wood is not perfectly flat. It's a birdhouse. So, let's nail the basic box together and we'll get started from there. Okay, we have some assembly done. And here is, I've made this piece, cut the sides at the angle that matches the angle of the side of the birdhouse so that I can create a partition between the top and the bottom sections. This will go on the inside, kind of like this. And that will just sit in there. I think friction fit will hold that, and then if need be, that the person who is using this birdhouse could take that floor section or the partition section out as needed for clean out. I have one of the side pieces assembled partially. It'll go alongside of it here along with the little roof for the side piece, and that will go like that. And if you can see very well there, it'll look something like that on both sides. The roof I did in this fashion as far as the top joint comes together like this, and that will work just right. So that's what it's starting to look like. I'm to the part where I'm putting the roof on. I chose to use screws to do that just because this is such a large board, and I want to hold it flat against the angle here. So I'm using screws. I'm going to countersink them and then paint over them. It should be okay. It's a birdhouse. Okay, all I need to do now is put on the base plate and assembly is complete. Thanks a lot, Brian, for the contest. So here's my finished birdhouse, double-decker birdhouse. I added the little rooftop here, and I added one of those metal stars that I had around, the kind you can get at a craft store. I thought it would look good with this birdhouse. And so there's the finished product. And thanks a lot for joining me. Have a great day.